Well, good day, everybody. It is a chilly Tuesday here in the Denver metro area. I'm actually coming from my office over here in Lone Tree, just off of Park Meadows Drive, I-25, and Lincoln. Anyway, excited to be with you today and just wanted to share some information of what's going on. I mean, we hear that for buyers to win, they have to waive appraisals. For sellers, you're getting these offers with all these different new stipulations like appraisal gaps, appraisal coverage. What does all that mean? And what's going on? Because isn't an appraisal necessary because you don't want to overpay? And not only that, but low appraisals are actually stalling 23% of home sales, 27% of home sales in August. So what does that mean? What does that have to do with me? Well, you know how home buyers are bidding up the home prices as they compete for homes, to compete to get their offer taken. But appraisals don't always agree with the offer the seller finally accepts. Some homes are appraised below the agreed upon sale price, which could upend the deal. 23% of contracts were delayed due to appraisal issues. And we've got appraisers who just are out there trying to do their job the best they can, but these prices that are being offered don't support market statistics. So what is an appraisal gap? What is an appraisal waiver? So let's say there's a house that's listed for $500,000, and as the buyer, you're happy. I'm going to pay $500 for that house. Well, there's another buyer, they're going to pay $505. Well, another one pays $510. Well, another one says they're going to pay $515. But all of these particular buyers are backed by loans. Well, the seller will usually take the offer that they seem as stronger, and sometimes that strength is also found in the offer price. So for homes at $500 and the seller accepts the offer at $525, now we put it in the hands of the appraiser. What if the home doesn't appraise to make the lender happy on lending the amount based on a value of $525? So for the lender to be happy, the home has to appraise at that amount. But let's say it appraises less. Let's go in the middle, about $510. So the seller took the offer at $525. The buyer's offering $525, but the appraiser only says it's worth $510. What do you do with that extra $15,000? Well, there's a couple different things. Normally what we would try to do is use what we call that appraisal objection resolution time for the seller and the buyer to come to a new price point, hopefully $510, there in the middle. However, knowing this is a hot demand market, a lot of times the sellers want to hold on to that higher number. So that's where we have to come up with the difference of that gap. You were thinking it, weren't you? 510 to 2525, that's the gap. So then the buyer would then have to come out of pocket with an additional $15,000 to make up that difference. That's what we call gap coverage. Now, for a buyer to get these offers accepted, sometimes they're right in the offer. I will pay any difference between the appraised value and my offer value up to $10,000 or $20,000, and that's kind of what the gap coverage clause looks like. Now, some buyers are waiving it altogether and says, I don't care what the house appraises at, I'm going to pay this amount no matter what. So I'll waive any appraisal gap coverage there is. So there you go. That's a little bit about the appraisal gap, what appraisal waiver is, different things like that. Do you have to do that to win a house in this market? Not necessarily. Is it going to be tough? It can be tough in this market, especially when you're in a multiple offer situation. Again, there are many strengths a seller might be looking for, and they might not always be looking for the highest and the best amount or the best guarantee of the most amount of money. They may be looking for some other things. Deadlines, inspection might be something that's important to them. Possession could be something that's important to them. You need a good agent on your side who's going to figure that out. And so when you write an offer, it's going to be strong right out of the gate. and an agent that can help you understand what your needs are, so you're not using all of your down payment cash to go to the appraisal, gap, or waiver if you don't have to. So, but that's something that we do here to help you guys figure out what it's going to take for you to win. If you have any questions, please feel free to post. Ask me those questions. If you need more understanding about the appraisal stuff, just let me know. I'll do the best I can to help you with that information. Have a great day, and I'll see you in a week or two. I just got to figure out how to stop this thing. It happens every week, right? Help, there's the button.